All right, guys. So welcome to this video and happy new year. Thanks to everyone who has supported this channel right from the inception. And I want to say I'm very, very grateful. So last year I gave out some conga samples for free, in which I actually included the password to it in the video. Now this is talking drum samples, and currently this is going to be a premium one, and you will have to pay a token to actually get access to it. And the first sound you heard earlier on is just a rough preview I did after carefully making out these samples. Now, this is what I do tell people. All these samples, you could customize them, tweak them to get whatever sound you want. So this is just the rough thing I created. So let me play it again before I walk you through individual sounds. All right, so I believe you have gotten idea of how it should sound. Now, this can be useful for production and probably a DJ or whatever, or you want to use it in a sampler or anything. So this can be useful for you. So let me just go through each of the sound before I go in depth to some of the things I adjusted while using the samples here. For the talking drum, we have 55, and for the Omele, we have just 13. So let's get started. So basically, that's all for the talkie drum sound. So let me just quickly preview the Omele before I show you some of the adjustments I did while actually playing around this sample to create a rough sketch of how it will sound. All right, so that is the Omele. So if I come back to my pattern, so this is the basic pattern I have. So maybe if I should solo them individually, we might get an idea of how it went. So this is just a rough sketch. So let's just listen. So that's the Omele, just the rough Omele sketch. So it's there. And this is another Omele. All right. So one thing you must take note is that when using samples, there's little editing you might want to do, especially for things like this, like talking drum, that might not hit at the beginning. So, for example, if you check out some of these, my sample, currently I'm using an FL Studio because it's much more easy for me to do all of this. I don't know what DAW you'll be using, but I believe FL Studio for me is simpler and it's easier to get all these things done. So this sample start, for example, you might have it set to your sample might start a bit late. So that sample start helps you adjust it to the beginning. You want to be careful for sounds like talking drum because that little delay can just be the originality it will add a little bit to the talking drum. So sometimes it might just be too late and you want to use this sample start to shift it backward or adjust it till you find it at a point that is okay and much more smooth. Now, this looks like a rough sketch. When doing jobs, you might not have it jam packed like this, so you might want to be careful with it. So, if you're using it in samplers, you understand, or whatever, you could also just import it. If you're having little delays, you could just drag it into your um, FL Studio and adjust the sample start. It's very, very easy. Click on it, I know, and adjust the sample start to shift it to the beginning. That's as simple as that. Another thing you might want to do is that you might sometimes want to tighten up the kit to make it tighter, you know. Like for example, I think here actually just increase this out. This out tends to make it a bit tight. So you understand. So you want to be careful. Since when it's talking drum sound, you don't want it to sound too tight, and also you want it to retain the originality. So sometimes you might want to mess around this out. So let me, if I probably solo this, that's 27. So let me solo it out. Okay. So that with that in there, it allowed it sound a bit tighter. So that's one thing you want to do. And I think I did it for this Omele also and to make it tighter. So it's not everything you want to make it start at the beginning, but sometimes you notice that when you're using the samples, maybe there's a little bit of delay. So you might just want to adjust that there. So let's just play everything again. So there's a lot of talking drums, and normally you can mess around and create something nice. Now, if some people will say it cannot give you original sound, but it can get you somewhere and adds flair to your production, whether for gospel or even afro. So you could just mess around with it. So to purchase this sample pack, you can just check the link in the description and go to my Paystack store and just get it to support this channel. So I think that's all. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Please and please do not forget to subscribe because when you subscribe, you give me, what I call it, ginger to create more content. So thank you.